On February 4, BlackRock spot ETF spot 2000, 460 Bitcoin and 95960 Ethereum. All of a sudden, they are taking on the bloodbath while everyone is scared. And we are seeing a trend that is very similar. Remember the old proverb, be greedy when other people are afraid and be afraid when other people are greedy? People pay attention to short-term research. When people leave comments, they always talk about the short run. Most people don't really think about the long run, what the long-term future holds for digital goods, if you will. Again, this is where your due diligence research comes in handy, but you could see these huge asset managers really stepping up to the plate and cleaning up the mess. And I do think that once you see other ETFs getting accepted as well, you are going to see a real-life version of this happen. Now, let's look at this. It's interesting to see that about $340,700,000 came into Bitcoin ETFs, and about $307,800,000 came into Ethereum. But hello again to the XRP community, and welcome back to the Crypto ZX program. As always, I value you guys. If you like these updates, click the bell icon below to be reminded every time I post something new. Any way you look at it though, the markets are pretty much green. If you watch some of my other updates that came out before this XRP update, you should have a good idea of what's going on. If not, we will of course talk about that. That's right, the market has been going green for the last few hours up until Wednesday morning. Right now, XRP is still down about 0.8%. People are interested in joke coins again, but my Pepe update won't happen until after the XRP update. But yeah, that is something that should be noted. Right now, the price of XRP is $2.50, which is down 1.4% in USD and 1% in Bitcoin. The market value is $144 billion, and about $10 billion worth of trades happen every 24 hours. But before we go any further, as always, just so you know, nothing on this channel is meant to be taken as business advice. While investing in cryptocurrency, you should always be careful and do your own study. Look at this, guys. This was tweeted by David Sachs about 10 hours ago. Administration and Congress will work together to support digital assets. As President Trump said in his first executive order, again, that tells you everything you need to know about the direction. It's amazing how quickly people say that Trump has been in office for a few weeks and nothing has happened. No, there's a lot going on. Nothing's never happened. And now that executive orders are being signed to encourage crypto innovation in the business, that speaks for itself. I think it's clear where we're really going because David Sachs is here talking to Congress about the Trump administration and how they want crypto innovation to stay in the US and grow. That's what it is. Brad Gerling has kind of gone on. Anyone who says something bad about today's news conference is missing the four most important points. It is very important and unique that the chair of Senate Banking, the chair of House Financial Services, the chair of Senate AG, and the chair of House AG all agreed with the crypto leader to pass laws that will make crypto more clear. The same thing I just said. People talk about price a lot of the time. People only care about the price, what's going on with the cost right now, and don't think about what's going on in the big picture. I will be here every day to remind you of that. And now we can see that things are getting done. But going forward, Coinbase wants US officials to get rid of the things that make it hard for banks to trade custody and outsource crypto services. Crypto ZX has been saying this since the beginning, even before Trump took office. We're going to see you again. You should know that these cryptos are real events. You already know which EOs are being signed. I'm sure you know this is coming up soon. This is not at all unlikely. You should know that we're getting close. When do you think these big banks will start providing their clients in the crypto business with custody and trading services? Again, this is going to be huge, not only for these big banks, but also for the crypto business as a whole to reach that level of acceptance. So that we're getting close. When do you think these big banks will start providing their clients in the crypto business with custody and trading services? Again, this is going to be huge, not only for these big banks, but also for the crypto business as a whole to reach that level of acceptance. People handle their money most of the time through banks right now. A bank account is held by 99% of people, like having to handle their own child parenting issues. This is where banks really step in and start giving their customers crypto assets and goods. Also, Ripple and other cryptocurrencies could really stand out in this picture. RLUSD could be used, and it would be easy for people who want to promote safe coins to do so. And of course, the infrastructure for banks, again, the list goes on and on. We need to look at the possibilities. We know it's there because all the puzzle pieces are in the right place. So let's move on. You can see that today was a big day by looking up. As you can see, many people expected things to change after Chair Kerry Gensler left. Acting Chair Mark and Commissioner Hester Pierce have been critical of the SEC's attempts to police crypto for a long time. Pierce is now in charge of a brand new crypto task group whose job it is to make the industry's rules more complete. There is now a page on the SEC website just for the task group. Its first list of goals includes looking at different kinds of digital assets to figure out whether they are securities or commodities, figuring out what areas are not under the SEC's control, working on a possible safe harbor for tokens, setting up a good custody system, and other things. This has never been there before. This is what made people angry, especially about the case between the SEC and xrp, which made no sense at all. On the other hand, I think that the start of that particular case is a good sign, which makes me think that the case might be almost over. From now on, Stuart Ripple's top lawyer has said nice things about Pierce, saying that she was a strong voice for sensible regulation during the previous administration's campaign against crypto. The message we got today is another quick step toward cleaning up the mess we all came into. Stuart said he was excited to finally meet Pierce for coffee in 2025. Was getting ready to freeze and maybe drop some crypto cases that were not related to fraud. I'm sorry, but could the case between XRP and the SEC be the one that is dropped? In that case, please let me know in the comments, as I believe XRP will break through to all-time highs. Let's look at what's going on with the price now, though, because everyone wants to know what the heck is going on with the price. If you look at this dominance index, it's breaking up towards the upside. We went up to about 61.66%, which is still pretty high. I've made it clear that there's nothing to get really excited about. Besides that, the XRP network was down for an hour earlier. I believe that's also making people a little scared about the price of XRP. But what was that thing called? Schwartz and David Schwartz did come out and sort of cleared that up. If you haven't already, I think you should go to Twitter and read about that. But since we're looking at BTC, let's take a look at Bitcoin every hour. Guys, it's pretty easy. Going over the Bitcoin side of things won't take too much of your time, since BTC is currently at $97,600, and there is a lot of support in this area. I'm sorry, though, at 97700, we're below this important barrier. That level was really important for support, and I've said that a few times. We're now sitting below it. The price has been trying to break out for the last few hours, but it's been a little tough. And to be honest, we're still not safe. Believe it or not, there's still a good chance that the price of BTC will go back down to 92.5 if we stay below this important support. I still think that, and I'm not changing my mind about it. If it can clearly get back above this key barrier and slowly make its way back to all-time highs, up to the six-figure price point, that would be great. It's still possible that we'll see a flush back down to 92.5, though it might not happen all at once like the last 48 hours. It could be a slow, steady move to the downside. I want you all to know that again. Now that we've said that, let's really look at what's going on with the price of XRP. There is a lot of cheating going on in the crypto business. Having said that, we have seen two different retests within the 23.6 dot. Things are going well so far. It's clear that we haven't seen that up close. You all know how important the close is. It's something I see every day. You should see something like this happen right here. How does that take place? Of course, we need to go back to the 23.6 first, which is step one, and then kind of build on that. That's great if it can do that. Really interesting information. After that, I believe kids start to move up to that key support at $2.80, and we'll be back to where we were before this huge correction. It's clear that no one really wants to focus on these moves. Some people only want to pay attention to moves that are like parabolas, but this is part of the game. Like I said, these changes do happen sometimes. Take it from someone who has been in the crypto space for almost 9 years. This is just part of the game. No one is paying any attention to the fact that,